What's happening, people? It's your man, Jay Flex, the wrestler, coming back at you with another video. And I just want to send a shout out and love to all the new subscribers, man. Thank you for all the likes and the comments and the shares. I'm going to continue to put out great content for you guys in the future. So let's dive deep into it. So today's topic is actually going to be a part two to what I talked about the other day in reference to the alpha male and what it really means to be a true alpha male. And I hit on a couple of things. I hit on, a social alpha and a sexual alpha and the differences between those. And the truth of the matter is that I'm doing this video because I'm going to more so dive into what the sexual alpha is, okay? And especially what he is in the eyes of a woman. Like, what does a sexual alpha look like? And what does he do to a woman, okay? And I kind of hit on it, the other day. And I talked about, their looks, what they look like. A sexual alpha is basically sexually appealing to that woman. That woman sees them as, sees them as a sex symbol, sees them as somebody who has a heavy dose of sexiness and attractiveness to them that makes her, really, to be honest with you, makes her thrive, makes her go into a trance, more than what she does in the surface world. Okay. And the sexual alpha, I also hit on briefly in the last video. I hit on the fact that the sexual alpha really doesn't have to offer the same qualities that the social alpha offers, okay? The social alpha, and I hit on it in the last video more so, is a guy who, he is a alpha in the surface world, okay? He's an alpha. He's a leader. He's probably a great speaker. He's probably a multi-millionaire. He probably owns Fortune 500 companies. This guy has status. He is a status symbol. And he's a high-valued man. He is what we call a high-valued man. Okay, he's constantly being chased. All right. But in some cases, he's constantly being chased for his money and his status. And hell, he could even look really handsome too. He could look really good in the face. He could look like the total package. But that sexual alpha, in a lot of cases, doesn't have to have those kind of qualities that social alpha has. And in fact, that social alpha, like I said, just doesn't have the same qualities that the sexual alpha has. That social alpha probably can't lay it down in the bedroom to a woman like a sexual alpha can. That social alpha also probably doesn't, he may not even be comfortable with his own sexuality. He may, because he's so caught up in his work, he's so caught up in other things, he probably doesn't acquire the same skill sets as that sexual alpha does when it comes to pleasing that woman sexually or whoever he's entertaining sexually. And I'm going to be honest with you, and this is for me having conversations with women who are high-valued women. They will go to that sexual alpha for real pleasure. Now, look, there may be some women who say, that's lies. I don't do that. I don't do, sex ain't everything. Well, look, the conversations that I've had with certain women, and a lot of them are older women, they will tell you that the sexual alpha is just that. He is a sex symbol. He is used for sex. He is used to please them in more ways than one. That is his job. A sexual alpha also, to go deeper into this video, okay, where I didn't hit on it the other day. I just talked about the physical attributes. The sexual alpha, in the mental scope of things and emotional scope of things, what he does to a woman is he arouses that woman and makes that woman feel extremely comfortable with him. Okay. And because what you got to understand is this: women are already held to a very high standard when it comes to the surface world and the social realm and world. They are held to a high standard to be classy, to be beauty, to be beautiful, to be elegant. And, to be classy means that their sexual nature has to be suppressed a little bit. And, with the sexual alpha, that sexual alpha is like, look, baby, you ain't got to suppress nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? You can let your hair down, take your mask off, be loose with me. Show me what you really about. And that's what he tells her. And it is a sense of comfort for her. And it's something that she longs for from that sexual alpha. And that's what that sexual alpha does for that woman mentally and emotionally. He stimulates her before they even have sex. The sexual alpha is the type of dude who, let me tell you what he does. He basically does this. The woman pulls up to his house. Okay. She pulls up to his house and he says, hey, you can park your car anywhere. Just come in here. Let all your sexual inhibitions, let them go. And just be with me. And I'll take care of everything. He takes her mind off of the stress that she goes through in the social surface realm. Okay. She doesn't have to fake anything with him. And what you have to understand is that the sexual alpha is somebody who he's very confident in his sexuality. And that's why he can make her feel comfortable with him. Okay. He's very confident in his sexuality and his sexual nature. And he has no real insecurities to that realm with a woman. And that woman can sense it. You see, a woman can sense how confident you are in that world and in that realm. And if she senses that you're not confident and that you're judgmental to whatever she likes, if she really likes some freaky stuff, like some real freaky stuff, raw shadow world stuff, she will hold back with you. And that means that she probably don't consider you to be a sexual alpha. And now these are the women who are very in tune with their sexual nature, of course, right? Like I said before, but that sexual alpha is very confident in himself. He's confident in the way he carries himself. And, this guy, he don't have to have money. He really doesn't, he's a guy who he may be making like $30,000, $40,000 a year at best. You know what I'm saying? He probably not making that much of anything, but he is, that's not his currency. That's not what that's, in a sense, not really what he values. And, I kind of do want to hit on also the downfall of the sexual alpha in a sense, because, I do feel like the sexual alpha should value money. He should value his purpose to a degree. He should, really, he should have a vision for his life, however, because the woman doesn't really take him serious. And a lot of sexual alphas don't really care about that. They don't mind that, you know what I'm saying? Because they're just trying to have fun. But that woman don't want to take him serious. That woman will never take him serious because he's a boy toy or he's a man toy. He's just around for fun, and that is it. While she'll probably be dealing with another dude who is the social alpha, who basically satisfies her in other ways of living, money, status, looks, or whatever it may be. The social alpha satisfies her in other ways, but the sexual alpha pleases her in that sexual way. This guy is basically a guy who is used for fun. And a lot of dudes will ask, well, how do I become a sexual alpha? How do I become that? What do I have to do? Look, man, honestly, it's really not. I want to say it's kind of genetic to a degree, because looks do play a part in it, sort of. They play a part, but it's not the only thing. It's about the aura, and it's about your sexual experiences, to be honest with you. And, in sexual experiences, let me make this kind of clear. Sexual experiences do not mean that you have to be, you got to have sex with hundreds and thousands of women. That doesn't really mean that, because those could have all been, all of those 100 women or thousands of women that you had sex with could have all been bad experiences. And let's just be real. You probably didn't know what you were doing. And the way you don't know that you didn't know what you were doing is if that woman, is truthfully honest with you and tells you, and she gives you an appraisal and it's like, you can be a sexual alpha and only really be with like 5 to 7 or 10 women, but you've had sex with them multiple times, or had sex with them not all 5, 7, or 10 with those women, but maybe 50% of those women you've had sex with multiple times. And every time you did it, you were in tune with her body and it was pleasing to her. And you gave her that good every single time. And the way you really know that is the appraisal is from her, by whether she's telling her homegirls about you or she telling you herself. And hell, for you guys to be like, well, nah, you can't really tell because they be faking. Nigga, let me tell you how you know she ain't faking. If y'all laying next to each other after you done gave her that good, and she says, or you ask her the question, and I quote her, baby, so how was that? You ready for round 2? And before you even finish saying you ready for round 2, she like, she knocked out. It's over. That's how you know that was some good, because you done put her to sleep. Straight up. And I'm not one of these guys who talk about sex only on my channel. I'm more into the self-improvement side. However, I was getting a lot of people asking me, what is a sexual alpha? And what exactly is that? Because let's just be honest, I gave the introduction to what that really was, because it went over a lot of dudes' heads, a lot of people's heads. And sex is such an uncomfortable topic for a lot of people, yet it's the most natural thing in the world, okay? But that's another topic for another day. But anyways, you can be a sexual alpha without having to have sex with hundreds and thousands of women. It's about the quality of what you're doing and being confident in what you're doing as well. And that sexual alpha has gotten appraisals from women letting him know, yeah, he got that good. And she calls him for that. She calls him for company as well, too. Because in a sense, that sexual alpha is also a comfort to her in a sense as well. It's a little tricky to deal with because that sexual alpha, doesn't want to deal with a real relationship. Meanwhile, that woman knows he doesn't. So it could get a little complicated. And that's why, to be honest with you, a lot of you cats really ain't meant to be sexual alphas. But I was getting responses or questions about it in my inbox about covering a deeper look into what the sexual alpha is. So in any event, that was just a little bit of a informative discussion on what a sexual alpha is. I may do another video. I may do a part 2 on it, but you know, that's it for now. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to talk about it. I will end with this. Okay. I think the sexual alpha should really become a social alpha as well. I think a man should be the best of both worlds. And I will do another video. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do another video on that, why a man should be the best of both worlds. You know, he should have multiple things going for him. And that's how you really become a high-valued man. So anyways, that was just a little video. Again, thanks for the likes and the subscriptions, you know, and the comments and the shares. All right. Again, it's your boy Jay Flex, the wrestler. And I'm out. Peace.